I'm going to throw this open to you guys now. We'll take some questions from the audience.
Hit it.
I was wondering what you thought about Emma Watson's comments. She went up to the UN, she talked about how feminism by definition is just gender equality essentially, and how it's sad that women don't identify as feminists. I think that's kind of like a media thing, and I read an article this morning that championed Emma Watson, who brings to mind like perfect Hermione Granger, over as a feminist, a face of feminism, over Beyonce, who uses the word fuck a lot, is what the article said.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I haven't seen the Emma Watson video, but 5 separate people and editors have sent it to me asking for my thoughts. So when I get back to my hotel room tonight, I'm going to watch it. But I've heard the gist of it, and I think Emma Watson's a lovely young lady, and she's shown herself time and again to be intelligent and thoughtful. But I also think that we prefer to hear the message of feminism from her because she's petite and cute, and she has a lovely accent. And that's sad. Because, you know, I understand why people see Beyonce and her feminism as problematic, but oh, she's a hell of a feminist and I love her. Frankly, I think let's look at some versions of feminism that have nothing to do with these pop stars that come and go. And we don't want to see those faces. We don't want to see these sort of un-airbrushed, un-makeuped faces, and that's a damn shame. But if what we need to do to get progress is to use the pretty people, I'm okay with that. If it leads to change, but I mean, I don't know how much legislative change is going to be created, but we'll see. I'm going to watch the video and then, like, I'm sure something will come out on the internet. For the right price. No, Roxane is not writing this week. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm fine. I just know that y'all have things to do. I'm good.
I just think, like, the fact that you brought that up in the Emma Watson question, there's a lot of stuff in the pop culture right now where people are proclaiming that they've discovered feminism and they're super excited about it, and it's so cool to be feminist right now. And a lot of times they're kind of shitting on everything that came before them, willfully and not so willfully. And I guess it's just a question of, like, how are the ways that you, because it seems like you are trying to see both sides and all of that sort of stuff, and it's hard because that feels very crappy when you have, like, a group of people say, oh, we're like the future of feminism and aren't women great and let's celebrate the feminine. And it's like, well, our society says femininity is shitty most of the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. I think what we do is continue to celebrate the feminine. I don't care what our society says. Women are awesome and femininity kicks ass. Someone was saying recently that femininity is weak. And there's nothing stronger than femininity. Try having a baby. That shit requires strength, even when you scream. And so I think the things that women endure and the ways in which we have to move through the world objectified and marginalized creates or forges an unbelievable strength. And so I'm fine with these people who want to sort of celebrate femininity in all of its iterations. I think it's very sad when we see younger feminists forgetting the shoulders that they're standing on. But I don't blame them. They're just poorly educated. We always think that we're the first. Like, oh, I've had this revelation. Ice cream is delicious. And I get that from my niece who's 2.5, and her mother is a total hippie. And, like, didn't give her, like, real sugar. And so for 2.5 years, Parker has thought that sugar was, like, some fucked up Whole Foods carob. And so my sister-in-law is awesome. We're actually really good friends. And I think she's making the right decision for her child. But one day Parker had a real cookie. And you should have seen her. She was so happy. Like, what is this party in my mouth? And you would have thought, like, she really felt like she had invented it. Like, she had discovered deliciousness. And so I think that's how we move through the world, is that we believe that we're the first ones to this. And so what we have to do to push back against some of that is to continue to educate these women and say, you're standing on someone's shoulders. Here's who they are, and here's what they've done to make this possible. It's really about education, and so it's frustrating, and I think it's to feel it. I believe in owning emotion, feel your frustration, but then just think about how can we educate these young women, and also we have to stop setting them up, like. All these little starlets, bless their hearts, stop asking them stupid ass questions about feminism. They don't know shit. I mean, they know shit, but they don't know shit about feminism. Right. And so, like, are you a feminist? Oh no, I love men. Well, girl, yeah, who doesn't? I understand why you're saying that, but I'm asking you a question so I can get a sound bite. And so we have to stop manipulating young women in this way as well, or start asking. Oh, Justin Bieber, dude, are you a feminist? Oh, what is that? Boom.
Hey, so a lot of the shows that focus on reality shows that focus on children focus on young girls, teen moms, dance moms, preacher's daughter, honey boo boo, and the list goes on. Why do you think our society is so obsessed with young women in particular and not young boys?
I think part of it is the over-sexualization of young women. And I also think that we like to police young girls and what they do. And we like to treat women as exotic little creatures. Like, oh, do you see what these toddlers and tiaras are doing? Let's put them under our microscope and understand this alien species. It's very insulting. And I think it's horrible. And I also think it sends a very bad message to young men. That your lives are not interesting and they don't matter. I have 2 brothers. I'm the only girl. Men are fucking interesting as hell. Smelly, but interesting. And so I don't know why we don't see these stories, but I also think that it's also about cultural power, and men don't need to exploit themselves to be noticed. And I think that women do, and you can also see this in essay writing. It's rare that you're going to see a man pour his soul out about his trauma, except for a recent really good essay by Charles Blow. Brilliant, and it was so moving, and it was so powerful to see a man tackling these issues, and I wish we saw more of that. But I think it's all connected.
I'm curious about your thoughts on the whole narrative right now around the big booty and popular culture, everything from Nicki Minaj's video, Iggy and J-Lo, and how all of a sudden it is in vogue, literally in vogue, talking about it. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's a new narrative at all. I think we've always had a reverence of big booties. Sir Mix-a-Lot certainly taught us a lot about it. He likes big butts, and he cannot lie. And you other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Oh, yeah, mine isn't working anymore. So I think there's a cultural fascination with bodies that deviate. And people see big booties as deviant bodies. They're unruly bodies, and we want to sort of either exotify them or tame them. And so this moment that people are seizing on is very exploitative. And I think Nicki Minaj truly Nicki Minaj, well, I have to believe there are some surgical enhancements going on there. And if there aren't, more power to you. Amen. But that video, I didn't mind. I think the song is stupid. I think it's just a bad song. The song we're talking about is Anaconda, which is a recent release from Nicki Minaj. And there's a video, and it's very focused on the female ass. And it's fine. But what's great about the video is that women are entirely empowered in the video and in charge and sort of controlling the gaze. And so there is that's going on. But then we have Iggy Azalea, who loves to co-opt culture. And that's a different story entirely. And so it was Miley Cyrus. I'm like, girls, y'all have a flat ass. And membership has its privileges, and that's not you. You're not a member. And it's okay. Like, just embrace who you are. You get that lily white skin, and that's a lot. So don't try to take our asses. And so it's problematic, but I also don't want to censor people, and I don't want people to feel like they can't participate in artistic expression. And so it's really difficult for me as an artist to really say, oh, they can't do that. But I think what they need to do is do that with more reflection and more of a sense of ethics and representation. But J-Lo, she's just always had a big old booty. She looks good. 44. Jenny from the block.